Hey everybody, I'm Griffin, and this is Theta, and this is a death battle! No, that's not our intro. Welcome to Stone-Faced Reactions, where we watch videos and then don't react to them whatsoever. Hey everybody, I'm Griffin, this is Theta, and we're doing another Stone-Faced Reaction. We're spin the wheel, and we're gonna pick a random thing to happen. I know, like, over half the board there is at least one type of option, but, you know, could be something. Lara Croft versus Nathan Drake. Now, there is an interesting option. I believe that's a superpowered beatdown, isn't it?
It would have to be, because we got so many of them.
Yeah. You remember the Nathan Drake movie, right?
Yeah.
That's a joke, because he's a video game character, so is Lara Croft. But Lara Croft has a movie.
Let's see, I get to pick first.
That is true. You get to pick. Who do you think is the better explorer here?
Why does it have to be Explorer?
Well, that's kind of what they do. That's their thing. But they also murder hundreds of thousands of things in their way.
Of things. Not people, not animals, things. They murder
I think
tons
Lara
of
Croft
things.
shoots some mummies. I think that happens.
Yeah. Lara Croft, famous mummy killer. Also good to know that we put mummies into the category of things.
I don't know. I'm not sure I'm ready to give mummies personhood again. They already died once.
That's
your turn to pick. What's it gonna be? It's a tough one, I know.
Well, I mean, it is, because I'm familiar with Lara Croft and the multiple video games she's been in, plus the movie. I've never actually watched Nathan Drake.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I'm gonna go with Lara Croft. Not because I know more about Lara Croft, but I mean, I have seen clips of Nathan Drake's stuff, and I want to say that Lara Croft does the more unbelievable things than the things I've seen Nathan Drake do.
Right. If I were to put a comparison, I would say Lara Croft is definitely the more straightforward badass, like when it comes to like how she's portrayed. Like she does flip, she gets into cool Matrix style gun battles or whatever. Or at least that's like the impression I get off of her, right? She does a lot of cool stuff. Nathan Drake, meanwhile, doesn't have like that same precise aura of being a Matrix style badass action hero. But he does a lot of ridiculous feats that seem to come out of nowhere, other than the fact that he's a main character and he's got to live. He's way more Indiana Jones than Lara Croft is, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Lara Croft has done crazy shit like pushing blocks that are the size of the Egyptian pyramid blocks by herself across stone against stone.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I can't imagine how many times she's done backflips that would have broken her own back if she was a real person.
Yup. At the same time, of course, Nathan Drake has a body count in the hundreds of thousands, I believe, at this point.
And you've already admitted that Lara Croft kills thousands of things.
I do believe she actually kills much less in her games. At least the older ones are less focused on the body count than Nathan Drake's games seem. On the Uncharted series, is just happy to turn it into a regular action shooting gallery when needed. The new Tomb Raider games actually kind of end up going that same formula and like suffer from that.
I don't know. I've never heard of Tomb Raider.
You're gonna make fun of me again.
Well, I'm not gonna.
You're doing it.
That's past tense. I made fun of you.
Alright. Well, still, we have two badass explorers, and since this is a superpowered beatdown, it depends on how popular they are. And if I have to say who's currently in the popular consciousness, probably Nathan Drake.
Yeah, well, here's my argument to that.
Okay.
What demographic do you think goes to Comic-Con more than any other? Single male nerds is the answer I'm looking for.
Single male nerds over 30 with disposable cash, yeah.
Yeah. How many of them do you think played Tomb Raider, or as I heard it called on the streets, Tomb Raider?
Well, they are both on the PlayStation, and if you're gonna have One game, you may as well have both.
Yeah, because that's what single nerds over the age of 30 were doing. Not which one had the most pixels in their chest.
Oh, dear. You just gotta play that card, huh?
It's the only
Alright.
card available to me.
Well, let's see what people like most.
Machinima.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Superpower Beatdown.
Back to the
a show
shop.
that takes two superpowered legends
Marisha
and
Ray.
makes them battle. I'm your host, Marisha Ray, and today
I
we
know
are at
she is.
Collector's Paradise in Canoga Park, California.
I
We are
barely
going
remember
back to
Adam's name half the time, and here you are remembering everyone.
Lara
Well, Marisha
Croft
Ray is
from
from
Tomb
other
Raider.
things. Not
And here
she's
to
from
debate
other
the
things.
issue
She does a lot of
is
stuff.
Andy
Ah,
Cole,
okay.
Jennifer
She's a
Wanger,
great
and our guest
announcer
debaters,
for
Lara
other
Croft expert
general
Misty
nerd stuff.
Dawn, and motion capture actor who just recently appeared in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Sean Piccinino. You know the deal.
Crap, it's one of those.
Nathan Drake is going to win.
If they've got a mocap action star that's a male, then I wonder who's gonna win. It's another Tommy Oliver all over again.
Yeah, Laura has some followers, but if it's going to come down to hardcore gaming facts, it's going to be Nathan who's going to win.
I think we need some real facts here.
She's been around since 1996. She can drive any vehicle.
Helicopters.
Yeah.
Snowmobiles.
She can fight anything.
Yeah. She fought a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh, they're just arguing with each other at the shop here, aren't they?
A dinosaur? No. I don't think so. No.
He just kind of falls around like an idiot.
Also,
She's British, she's classy.
why
she's the female
does
James Bond.
Tomb Raider
She was
not
a
have any
free
male
runner
fans?
before free running was even a thing. I mean,
It's a weird-
I think they're setting up a boys versus girls dichotomy for this episode.
Also, Batman, rip.
And she has multiple more games than Nathan Drake on multiple platforms. What is that, Nathan Drake? You're just on PlayStation?
Listen, there's basically no way Nathan Drake can lose. He is.
Oh, it's the
literally
Hellboy
luckiest
shelf.
guy on the
No,
planet.
really, I was paying
He's
attention to Essex
Indiana
County.
Jones. He's based on Johnny Knoxville, the jackass extraordinaire. This guy can get through any situation and survive.
You mean the guy who's not acting anymore?
I was about to say, I don't think he's based off of that person.
Laura fight? Rats? That's
Sharks,
That's the thing that
tomb
she
rats.
shoots at the most.
Yeah, and she's basically just a rich girl who has too much time on her hands and just decides to hunt down useless items.
You know what that
nobody
sounds like?
really cares about.
In the
Batman.
motion capture studio, when they're trying to capture the moves of this guy, it takes
I
various.
gotta say, I'm glad they change later on, or when they can, to other people voting on
The
them.
moves that this one guy.
Because I feel we could do this show.
We do this show. We just do it with less words.
Yes,
Also,
we do.
to be fair, if we did it, it would be literally, hey Griff, go record yourself in your backyard doing cool ninja shit.
It's just... Alright, I'm gonna go film myself failing to do a flip, falling on my back, and then just like, Batman's
It would
dead.
literally be me. I'm gonna punch towards the camera, Griff. I'm gonna need you to go, with your neck.
Alright.
It'd be first person.
In a bikini.
Imagine 5 minutes of that.
One bikini between the three of you.
I can imagine it.
Alright, okay.
Cool, love the sexist jokes.
We get to shoot at you guys with paintball guns. Lara Croft style.
Listen, guys, they probably can't.
See,
hear this anyway.
you know, now I don't know how to take this. They brought in the mocap actor who's male, so I thought automatically they were gonna win. But then they made a sexist joke to have all the women in bikinis. And so it's like, I don't... Do you play that? Where does that fall?
Well, Nathan Drake's dead.
Also, I thought that maybe they were going to do animated, which is why the mocap guy was here. So now maybe I'm just completely wrong.
I mean, it's a stunt field. They can do physical things. That's the whole point.
Yeah, but no, that guy's not playing Nathan Drake, right? It's not the same guy.
Oh, yeah, you might... Huh.
Cool, we all can jump 5 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Established. She was like 5 feet behind you. How did you...
All I want is the king's head!
You have to come and get it, sweetheart.
Doesn't she usually have like 2 Desert Eagles?
Yes, actually.
There you go. I was about to say, isn't she well known for like somersaulting in air while firing her guns?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, the
That
crook
brick
roll.
already hit the ground. Also,
So-
they don't go off when you shoot
Yeah,
them,
that's what I was gonna say. Also, he didn't pay any attention to where he was throwing it anyway, but he wouldn't know where to aim. Oh crap, we're getting Taken levels of cuts between punches.
Stop. Alright. 2 things. Alright. Stop hitting me. Are you busy later?
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah. Get a good look.
There's a snake behind you.
You're gonna fall for that. Snake!
Gosh, it is such a juxtaposition going from like superheroes and magic to like a person trying to deal with a snake. Got a whole base jumping kit ready.
Hand over Steve. I named the skull Steve.
So that didn't look like an actual gun when he put it right in front of the camera.
Right, it looked like a piece of styrofoam.
But it just had a rigid edge. He could have been holding the grip of the gun against her ear.
And the artifact is destroyed. So, fun fact, objects all fall at the same rate.
Also, she was clearly made of CGI when she jumped. You can tell the absolute zero motion her body had.
Yep. I'm in love.
And Nathan Drake loses. Or is it really over?
I mean, we've had like 2 minutes of actual fighting so far. And then the rest has just been catching up with one another. I sure loved this when I saw this in the theaters. It was called Red.
All right, let's see how the fans voted.
What?
We have 59% for
Oh, they did
Lara
actually
Croft
take a fan
and
poll.
I mean, I appreciate that I won, but at the same time, what? I was just commenting there was 2 minutes of fighting, and it literally didn't even end in a finisher.
This is what we get for an episode 9 years ago. No, 10, jeez.
Well, like I said, I knew that they weren't going to win the moment they made a completely sexist bet.
This has got to be like one of their earliest episodes, right? I don't think it gets much older than this.
I mean, judging by the CGI, I would say yes.
By the CGI, their format.
It's Southerners everywhere. You. Okay, cry today. Awesome.
I don't advocate this senseless act of violence.
It's pink. That's a pretty big target.
Ah, yes, right into the spine, where famously there are no nerves.
Well, Mercury does
Great.
a lot of tabletop gaming. I think that's where I also know her from. Isn't she on Critical Role?
Maybe? I'm not actually very familiar with their cast
Check out our past
on Critical Role.
episodes. And as always, like, subscribe, and share.
No, they do have some
And
older episodes with like good CGI and stuff. Maybe.
Gambit.
And Batman's
Dang.
apprentice, Nightwing.
Bum bum bum.
And where do they vote for this?
I gotta do some archaeology on these guys at some point.
Archaeology,
See you
yes.
guys next month. Later.
It fits the theme of today.
Sully. Yeah. I lost the head. Who are you sending in?
They sent me, kid.
A
Okay.
teaser for an episode that probably doesn't happen. Also, is that Darth Vader versus Gandalf.
Yep.
I'm
not gonna place your get until we get there.
Not until we get there, but I already very much so have an opinion.
Why is the Batman versus Wolverine box filled with a pillow fight? I gotta say, this was one of the weaker ones.
I would definitely agree. This definitely has the feeling of, like, this is just so old they hadn't found their stride at some point.
Well,
that's my feel.
What's the year on it? You tell me, since you've already seen it.
2012. A decade old.
Like I said, they made a fairly sexist bet there, which is... don't think it'd fly normally.
Yeah, this is a decade on, and, well, I'm glad things have changed. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, I won, which is cool, but at the same time, I don't feel rewarded, because it was literally 2 minutes of fighting in what was that 10 minutes of sliding down rocks.
I mean, they are technically ordinary human adventures.
Lara Croft, as I've heard people tell me, has killed thousands of things.
Literally got stopped by a snake. That's all I'm gonna say for Nathan Drake. Literally stopped by a snake. Hundreds of dudes, doesn't matter. One snake, yeah, that'll do it.
I don't know anything about Nathan Drake, so I guess he's taking the Indiana Jones fear of snakes things, since that's what they were implying at the end, that Nathan Drake is a clone of Indy.
Well, I mean, like, to be fair, at that distance, I would say any ordinary human should be a little bit afraid of that snake. That's my opinion.
Well, it's a good thing that we don't watch these for ordinary people.
That is true.
It's Jason from the Kroger against John from down the street. Fight!
Well, next time, Theta and I are going to wrestle snakes. So, I'm Griffin, this is Theta, and we'll catch you next time on Stone-Faced Reactions. See you later, everybody. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?